All right, a very, very good morning to the UK students. If you are actually clocking into the UK time, a very good afternoon and good evening, wherever you are actually logging in from. My name is Janice. Welcome to actually the Aberdeen IY2 Computer Science Sharing. And together with me, we actually have Patricia Taylor, who is actually the interim head of center at Aberdeen ISC. And also along with us, we have Hannah Taylor, who is actually our product director for Aberdeen. And we have this handsome gentleman over here, Faizan Abbas, who is actually our student from Aberdeen that has studied the computing science course that will be able to share his insights with you today. So we are going to just give about another 1 or 2 minutes because we do still see participants joining in. For those participants who are here on time, thank you so much for being on time with us today. Please take note that the deck of slides that you see here will be sent to you at the end of today. This session is being recorded and the recording will be sent alongside with the deck of slides as well. Because of the size of the file, it will be sent via a cloud link and there is an expiry to that link. So it's usually 1 month from now. So you will be expecting the link to expire by the 12th of August, just to be safe. Throughout the presentation, if the mic option is available to you, please put yourself on mute so that we have a smooth presentation ahead. And if there are any questions, please feel free to actually pop it into the chat box or into the Q&A box. We would love to answer any of the questions that you might have. Trish and Faizan and Hannah is over here to actually give you the insight right from the UK. So it's a very good opportunity to have your burning questions answered. All right, so without further ado, I'm just going to actually hand over the time to Trish to actually begin the presentation. Trish, over to you.
Okay, thank you very much. And good morning from Aberdeen, wherever you are, whatever time of day it is with you. We're grateful for you giving your time to us to tell you a little bit about Aberdeen as a place to study, our university and our International Study Centre here. As Janice said, I'm joined by one of our students, Faizan, who is on the Computing Studies course at the moment and doing very, very well. So he will also be able to give you the student's perspective on Aberdeen and what we have to offer here. Okay. So where are we? Aberdeen is in the northeast of Scotland. It's a beautiful city. It's quite a small city, and we've recently been voted or named as one of the most affordable student cities in the UK. And that goes with, accommodation costs and cost of living, etc. It is a reasonable place to live at the moment. We have excellent links to our hubs across the world and also in the UK, and we'll come to those in a little minute. It's very cosmopolitan feel, Aberdeen. We have people from all over the world living with us in Aberdeen. So I think you would feel quite at home here. Okay, so where are we? We're very easily accessible. As I say, we have regular links across the world, especially links to London, to Amsterdam and Dublin, where there are various flights per day. And we also have great connections, as I said, within the country, with rail and bus links across Scotland also. One of the great things about living in Aberdeen as a student is that everybody who is 22 years and under has free bus travel, both in the city of Aberdeen and also across Scotland. So again, that adds to our affordability. As I say, it's a very beautiful city. We are called the Granite City because we're, or the Silver City, and we literally do sparkle and shine in our buildings are built of a beautiful granite. Again, we have recently just got our 10th purple flag, which denotes us as one of the safest student cities in Scotland as well. And we're surrounded by beautiful beaches and wildlife, And actually, we are one of the sunniest cities in Scotland, being in the UK, being on the east coast of Scotland. And we have a beautiful day here today. So although some people think we're very cold up here, it's not all year round, and we do have a lot of sunshine. And again, we have various cultural opportunities to enjoy, various social life and abundant wildlife. So I'm just going to let Faizan speak a little bit about how he feels as a student in Aberdeen. Faizan?
Thank you, ma'am. Hello, everyone. My name is Faizan Abbas, and I'm from Pakistan. I came in Aberdeen in January 2023. And if you're thinking that Aberdeen is far from the whole world and you won't get enough opportunities here, so you're getting it totally wrong, because I also had this view of Aberdeen, but when I came here, you'll meet people from all over the world. You'll meet a diverse student body. There are a lot of events, a lot of sports events. UK is famous for football. The city is actually really pretty. You'll love the buildings, because whenever I share pictures of the city with my friends, they are like all very jealous. And the weather for 3 to 4 months, it's quite cold, from December to Feb. But it's usually very pleasant weather. Thank you.
Thanks, Faizan. Okay, our university is 528 years old this year, so we really are steeped in history here, the third oldest university in Scotland and the fifth in the UK. There are various different schools. Of course, I know you're interested in the computing studies side of things, but they have degrees right across the whole range. We have around 15,000 students at the university, and those students come from all over the world, very, very diverse student population with over 130 different countries represented. We have recently been voted as the second in Scotland for overall student satisfaction, and we are renowned for our excellent opportunities in employment. But we'll tell you a little bit about that later. Just going to watch the most recent video that's been launched by the university to give you an idea of what, a little bit of flavour of the place.
We all have a true north, a spark that drives us forward.
Sometimes you have to go that little bit further, to truly stretch the limits of what you thought possible.
Sometimes you have to look back in order to go forward, to take that next vital step, that giant leap into the unknown.
At Aberdeen, it's not about staying in your lane. It's about going beyond disciplines.
Beyond borders.
Beyond boundaries,
so you can go further.
To spark lasting, positive change.
So, go beyond, now.
Join the boundary breakers, change makers, risk takers.
And follow your true north home. Aberdeen is waiting.
So hopefully that gave you a little flavour of the type of campus that we are. It's very beautiful, historic, right in the heart of old Aberdeen. So we are steeped in history. However, we have that sort of modern facilities and technology as well. So for example, we have a brand new library, which is state of the art, and various different developments over the campus as well. So we have been voted in the top 10 of most beautiful historic campuses in the UK. And as I say, we're as the study centre that we are, we're right in the centre of everything that's going on in Aberdeen. Again, various rankings here, which we're very proud of. We have been ranked in the top 20 of UK universities for 8 categories. Again, pointing out our value for money, second in the UK for affordability and value for money, and various other opportunities there that you can see. Thank you. We will give you the link to these videos, which will give you campus tours if you want to revisit. As Janice has said, she'll be sharing the link to this for you. And so university facilities, again, there's been various multi-million-pound investments with our partners here in Aberdeen, our industry partners. So most recently, we have opened state-of-the-art library and brand new facilities in terms of laboratories for science, computing, engineering, etc. And we also have some fantastic sporting facilities with Olympics standard facilities within walking distance. And again, very affordable for students to have that side of things available. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about computing science at Aberdeen, and I'm going to hand over to Faizan for that.
Thank you, ma'am. So here's the favorite part. So computing at Aberdeen is, the reason why I chose computing at Aberdeen is because the modules offered at the university aren't just limited to one particular field. For example, in your IY2 year, you'll be studying data, you'll be studying modules on data, you'll be studying modules on architecture, programming, object-oriented programming. So all of these reasons, these are all of the reasons that make me choose Aberdeen. Moreover, you have a lot of opportunities. For example, the student software factory, which will give you practical experience before graduating, so you can enhance your CV. The graduate employment rate at the university is more than 90%, so you don't need to worry about your jobs. I'm pretty sure you'll get one because UK has a high demand of software developers and data scientists. Moreover, there are a lot of support sessions from the universities, a lot of resources provided by the universities, and the fact that you'll be able to complete your computing degree in 3 years, less than 3 years. So this does not only save your time, but it saves a lot of cost of living and tuition fees as well.
Thank you. Okay,
so
you carry on, Faizan.
Thank you. So the way we learn here is not just limited to one-to-one sessions. We have tutorials, we have large lecture halls. We also have individual and group projects. Our assessments aren't just limited to just theoretical MCQs. We get a real life project, case studies, and we work with our teams to complete those projects. Our teachers are highly qualified. So the teachers we have PhD in their relevant fields. They are easily accessible, very friendly. You can contact them anytime, and they'll be more than happy to help. I personally love to ask a lot of questions, and they encourage me to ask more questions. And this is the thing that sets Aberdeen apart from all of the other universities, because you won't feel that you are in a university. You'll feel like you're with your friends and you're at home. So the learning at Aberdeen is like really fantastic.
So as we've mentioned already, employability from University of Aberdeen is excellent. 96% of graduates are in employment or further study after 6 months. There's a really fantastic career hub here where they are supportive of you moving into the next part of your employment, but also there are some opportunities while you are studying to get involved, which Faizan has already mentioned. And we are really reputed for collaboration with the industry, and so it's great to have that first-hand experience with our industry partners. Faizan, was there anything you wanted to add about the employability?
Yeah, definitely. So as I mentioned earlier, the Aberdeen Software Factory is a great way of having practical experience and enhancing your CV. Moreover, there are like lots of internships offered by the university. There are lots of companies visiting the university, so you can have one-to-one sessions with the owners and the relevant people. This will definitely give you the chance to build your CVs, build your work experience, and show yourself to the industry.
Great, thank you. I think we've pretty much covered that. Obviously, various different companies that we partner with, and those are just a few of the big names who University of Aberdeen have a relationship with. And there are some extracurricular activities for computing students, which I think Faizan has covered some of them already. Anything else you want to add there, Faizan?
Yes, so as you can see, the societies, the Aberdeen University Computing Society and Artificial Intelligence Society is a great way of connecting with like-minded students. So you can discuss your ideas, work on projects together, and they are really supportive. Once you progress to the university, you'll be able to explore these things more.
Thanks, great opportunities there. So our International Study Centre is right in the heart of the university, and we share facilities with the university. At the moment, we're also sharing their teaching facilities. But we really pride ourselves on having a family atmosphere, as Faizan has mentioned already. There's very much attention to your welfare and to your progress, and we support you in many ways in terms of ensuring that you're ready to move on to the university. So if we can just move to the next slide. We have various programs, obviously. We have our undergraduate programs, but in particular today, we're talking about our International Year 2 program. We have been actually the most successful centre across our network for students progressing to the university. Last year we were 93%, but actually for the computing science side of things, 100% of our students were successful in progressing to the University of Aberdeen. And the students that we have this year, Faizan is one of them, 100% are on track to progress to the university. So we have an excellent record of support for those students. Again, we help you with individual learning and study plans. We have fantastic pastoral support from our student experience team. And we work very, very closely with the university to make sure that our curriculum is aligned so that when you do move, you are very well prepared for that move. The program details of this will enable you to move on to either computing sciences, a Bachelor of Science, or a Master of Arts computing. So there are a number of opportunities that you can move on to. If we move to the next slide, actually, because we're going to talk a little bit about that when we come back to it, as well as obviously supporting you with your progress, we also make sure that you have some fun. So we offer you a number of social events and also transition events with the university. So Faizan, would you like to talk a little bit about your experience actually with the centre?
Definitely. So the university experience, I believe, is not just about your academics. You get a lot of opportunities to learn and include yourself within the activities. So I remember we had a pancake race. It was my first time experiencing that, and it was really fun. We also had a tea party. We celebrated the World chocolate day. So all of these activities are there to help you make friends, to learn more about different cultures. And it's a good way you can, if you want to share something from your country or from your culture, you're more than welcome. Because the ISC provides you opportunities to, for example, celebrate Eid, to celebrate Holi, a lot of different events. So it's a great opportunity.
Thank you. At the university, also, there are a number of opportunities for accommodation, either at the, which are linked to the university. There are also some private options as well. And again, very reasonable in terms of prices, depending on what type of university accommodation you would like, ranging from 109 up to £255 per week. So the exact details can be found obviously on the links that we've put in there. But this would be a typical apartment in Pataudry Street, which is very close, about a 5-10 minute walk from where we are. Most of the accommodation would be within a 20-minute walk off the university. Sorry, I feel we've lost a couple of slides, Janice. I'm just going to go, can we just maybe go back to the computing side of things, the program details? I think we've maybe lost a slide here. But what I was going to ask Faizan to talk about was a little bit of the modules that he's been studying.
Sure, ma'am. So as you can see, the modules offered in your IY2 year range from computer systems and architecture to object-oriented programming, databases, algorithms, mathematics, software programming. So these are just the modules for your first year. Imagine the modules that will be offered in the subsequent years. So the University of Aberdeen, the thing that I like the most about the university is that it just doesn't limit the studies to a particular field. So if you want to be a software engineer, if you want to be a data analyst, if you want to pursue cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, because in the next 2 years, you'll be studying AI, you'll be studying machine learning, you'll be studying data, you'll be studying security. So the university opens a wide range of career opportunities for you. And this is the best thing you can, because I have a lot of friends in other universities and they don't get these diverse modules in their universities. So this is a great thing about the university.
Thank you, Faizan. So I think, Janice, you're going to take us through some of the technical side of things about visas, etc.
Thank you so much, Trish. Thank you so much, Faizan, for the awesome sharing. All your pictures about your pancake race and your chocolate day is really making me wish to actually fly over to Aberdeen and join in those fun-filled activities. So I'm here to actually take over for your visa documents and also about the good news about scholarships as well. So for those people who are here with us today, if you are an existing offer holder, please take note that we do have an ICAS option for the international year 2 students. ICAS standing for combined visa. What it means is that you will only need to apply for your student visa one time. And the student visa will be applicable all the way till you graduate from University of Aberdeen. Now, please take note that because it's an ICAS program, the CAS letter, which is a confirmation of acceptance of studies, this document will be issued by University of Aberdeen themselves. There are some additional requirements in order to get the CAS letter. Things like, for example, we do need your English test results, in this case, your IELTS, your UKVI IELTS. We do accept some other alternative language assessments. If you're not sure, please do check in with either your agent, or if you are an agent right now in our call, please check in with our region representative and we'll be more than happy to assist you. Another piece of document that we need for Aberdeen ICAS is we do need financial documents. So there are some financial documents that we need from students regardless of nationality. So whether you are from, from India, from America, from UK, wherever you are from, we do need the financial documents ready as part of this visa process. There is a very strict deadline. So if you are interested to actually go for our September 2023 intake, you are still in time. The deadline actually for our ICAS for International Year 2 Computing Science will be on the 11th of August. 11th of August is basically the deadline for you to receive, to get to be CAS ready. So if you want to submit the application I recommend you submit way early so that we can get all your conditions cleared out of the way and get you ready for this ICAS. So just a quick gentle reminder, the deadline for you to be CAS ready is by the 11th of August. Now, I am tasked with also sharing this lovely piece of news as well for scholarships. I think some of us here, we also want to hear what kind of scholarships are available for our Aberdeen students. And I'm proud to actually share with you that Aberdeen is really good with their scholarships. They actually support students' welfare, and basically also give compliments to students who actually perform well academically. So they actually have this thing called a progression scholarship. Now, for students for going for the undergraduate pathway program, in this case for international year 2, as long as you achieve a minimum of grade B or require a minimum of at least 68%, you will be able to get a progression scholarship of up to £2,500 each year. Yes, you hear me right, each year. It's not a one-off progression scholarship. So that is really helpful, especially during this time with post-COVID era and with inflation. This additional progression scholarship can lend a great hand. Now, for those students who are interested in our postgraduate pathways, if you're not, unfortunately not for computing science, but if you're interested for other courses, we do have the progression scholarship as well. They have to meet the equivalent of 68%, and the scholarship is at £2,000. Now, if you are actually a student coming from the South Asia, meaning you are coming from countries such as Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Nepal, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and the Maldives, I have even greater news for you. There is an increased scholarship of worth up to 12,500 British pounds. So how it's broken down is very simple. During your studies with us, so take for example, international year 2, we will give you a 2,500 pounds scholarship. So this is a pathway program with us. So if you minus a scholarship, basically the student is only paying 14,450 British pounds. Now, when they progress on to the university, there is actually a 5,000 pound scholarship given every year. So basically 2 more years, adding up to 10,000 pounds. So essentially every year you're paying about 15,800 or 19,800 pounds. This depends on which program that you are actually looking at, since the range of undergraduate degree costs that we are looking is between 20,800 British pounds to 24,800 British pounds. So it's a really good piece of news for students coming from these countries. Now, we also have regional scholarships as well, provided by University of Aberdeen. So some of these degrees are either based on regions or based on academic merit, and University of Aberdeen do update their scholarship quite regularly. So if you're interested for undergraduate studies, here is a list of regional scholarships available for you to apply. And for our postgraduates as well, we didn't forget you. There is also a list of progression scholarships for your reference. Now, for students who are on our student visa, please just to let you know, if you want to just basically earn a little bit of an allowance doing part-time, or if you just want to actually get some internship experience, if you have questions whether can you work in the UK, the big answer is yes, you are allowed to. So students, for going for the IY2 program, you are able to work up to 10 hours per week during term time and up to 40 hours per week outside of term time. Now, students who finish and graduate from the University of Aberdeen, you will be eligible for this visa called the Graduate Route Visa. So basically it allows you to work in the UK for 2 years. It's a 2 years post-study work visa. Please take note that if you are going for these visa, you need to apply while your student visa is still valid. If the student visa has expired, you wouldn't be able to qualify for this graduate route visa. Now, there isn't much requirements attached to this, but please do check in from time and time again with the Home Office, with the UKVI, or with University of Aberdeen if you are not sure with regards to this particular visa. Last but not least, we actually have our Prepare for Success module. Hannah, I'm more than happy to actually chime in if you need be. This Prepare for Success modules are for students who would really like to, get to know your friends a little bit earlier. And you can actually meet with other international students like yourself. And basically for this Prepare for Success, it allows students to get that additional boost, that additional edge for students who would like to know more about studying in the UK. As you know, with cultural differences and the different pace of learning, some of the students might be daunted with the idea of what is it going to be like studying in the UK. So no worries, we got you covered, because this particular module allows you to actually go through certain modules that helps you to be set up, ready to go when you begin your pathway with University of Aberdeen. And the great news is that this particular module is entirely free. All you have to do is just to confirm your place with us and pay the first installment of your tuition fee. You will have access to this Prepare for Success module. So if you are interested, existing offer holders, please confirm your place by the 9th of August. That is the deadline that we are looking at for this Prepare for Success module. Afterwards, it will not be available. So I highly recommend. We have been running this module for many years now. We have a great track record for it. So I highly recommend for you. And we actually have a great rating of 4 out of 5 by students who actually attend it. So it's an excellent opportunity. So all the links that both Trish has shared in terms of living in Aberdeen and why you choose Aberdeen can be found here as well if you would like to hear more. And we are just going to open up to questions in a bit. But before I do so, Hannah, is there anything that you want to add on?
Not particularly, yeah. So Aberdeen is a beautiful place to study. It's very accessible. You can easily get trains to Edinburgh, to London. The airport is very close to campus. So very accessible city, very beautiful city. In the UK, Scotland is often seen as a very beautiful destination where people go on holidays. So I would consider it as a very aspirational place to study. And obviously the university has such a long heritage. It's a very old, prestigious university. So very well regarded within the UK.
Awesome. I just want to also add on that Aberdeen actually has in partnership with Santander, which is a Spanish financial institution. They have a Santander SME internship scheme. So what this internship scheme does is that it allows students to go on short-term internships ranging from 2 to 10 weeks. And this internship is actually paid. So this is actually in collaboration with Santander. So it's an excellent time for you to actually have all the practical experience you need when you are pursuing this course. All right, so that is basically all we have for you today. We are opening up the Q&A chat box if you have any questions to pose to either Trish, Hannah, myself, or Faizan in terms of studying Aberdeen and studying this particular course. Now, while we are waiting for the questions to come in, I do have some questions for Trish and Faizan since we are actually having you here. So let's take this opportunity to actually ask a few questions. Now, Faizan, so I'm very curious because you actually, you chose Aberdeen because of this great selection of modules and the, the specific kind, like the different experience that you have. So I can see that you are a proud advocate of the computing science in Aberdeen. So if I am a computing science student going to Aberdeen, and can you give some advice on how to actually excel or do well when I'm studying in Aberdeen itself? What would you advise since you are a student right now?
Right. So I believe that whatever is taught at the university isn't sufficient. Whatever university you go into, either you're studying at Harvard or you're studying anywhere. So the key thing is to study on your own. Whatever you study, whatever your professors teach you at the university, explore it more. Go to online sources because the university also provides a lot of additional resources for additional research. But because this is a field where practical approach matters a lot. So practicing more, programming more, and exploring different topics because this field is updating day by day. So exploring the newer topics would be very beneficial.
Oh, awesome. Trish, is there anything that you would like to add on? What does it help? What kind of advice would you give to our prospective students who are on this call with us today? What can they expect and how can they, take note of if they want to study in Aberdeen?
Mm-hmm. So each of our modules is 5 hours per week. In general, the students are studying face-to-face around 17 hours per week. That is generally 2 modules of computing studies, and there's also the academic English skills which to take into account. And then we also have opportunities for employability skills and life skills as well. So in general, it's roughly about 17 hours per week in the centre, but we do say, treat it like a full-time position and really use the other time that you have independently, as Faizan said, to work hard. And our tutors give you a lot of opportunity to do some preview tasks before the learning, and also opportunities to revise and review what you've learned in more depth after the lessons have taken place.
Oh, that's really good. So, all right, let's talk a bit about, well, aside from studies. So this one is a very interesting question that I have in mind, Faizan. So there's a lot of common, saying that how, because Aberdeen is located quite up north in the UK, weather conditions can be more towards the cooler side, I would like to call it. And you yourself are from Pakistan. So, Pakistan is probably not, correct me if I'm wrong, I've never been there, but, in terms of weather conditions might not be the same as the one in Aberdeen. So, is there something, is this something of a concern for students who actually would like to travel there to study? Because Aberdeen is a great university, a great center to begin with, but is it really, something of a concern? Or do you consider it as a concern when you're actually applying for Aberdeen?
So to be honest, when I arrived here, because everybody warned me that the weather was really cool and it would be really difficult. But when I arrived, I adjusted really quickly. I absolutely love the weather. I actually prefer cold weather. But obviously, from the warmer regions, it might be a bit difficult for some students. So I would advise them to bring more and more warm clothes because the months of December and January can be a bit tough. But overall, it's not a huge concern, I would say. It is a bit different from the South Asian countries. The days here in summer are really long. So you'll have sunsets after 10 over here. And it's a bit different, but the weather is really pleasing and really good. So I won't say it's a huge concern.
Oh, great. Awesome. So hopefully if we have any participants who are concerned about the weather, well, Faizan has put that rumors to the rest. It's actually not as terrible as we would like to think. All right. And I think another thing, okay, maybe this will be open up to both Trish and Faizan. So if there is one word that you have to describe about Aberdeen, like if there is one thing that you would like to leave the participants here with, what is one word you would describe about Aberdeen ISC or Aberdeen in general? Maybe we can start with Trish first.
Sure.
Yeah, again, we're a real community and it's a place to succeed in whatever you want to do. Yeah.
Awesome. How about Faizan?
Definitely, I would say it's the best student city because the community is really helpful, really kind. The university itself is really good. The staff is really supportive. You'll make a lot of new friends. You'll have a lot of opportunities to develop yourself.
That's great. How about Hannah? Hannah, you can also maybe chime in on like one word for Aberdeen actually for the participants here.
I think, yeah, I would say aspirational. I think whatever your personal goals are, I think, as I said, such a community atmosphere, they're really helping you be kind of towards your unique goals and helping you develop.
That's great. So one good thing to actually share about Aberdeen, and in fact Scotland in general, is that they are a very inclusive society and they are always helping one another out. So for students who are a little bit concerned about the employability aspect, Scotland actually has their own like an employment group and organization that actually helps to actually tie up students with internships and even potential employment opportunities. So which also lends to the reason why they actually have such a high employability rate. So the connection, the community, I think Trish actually covered it really well. It's a really strong community, not just within the ISC, but with everywhere around Aberdeen as well. So if you are looking into actually seeking potential employment in Aberdeen or in Scotland in general, you are definitely in a good area to begin with. All right, so I'm just going to quickly check in the Q&A box if there is any questions for us. Wow, looks like we have no questions on our end. So it looks like we have done a relatively good job in terms of getting all the contents covered. Well, I shall not take up too much of your time. We will be here for like the next 1 or 2 minutes or more in case we do have some questions popping up. But if you do not have any questions for us, for those who have joined slightly later and you would like to know more about or you want to know whether these slides and recordings will be available, it will be available to it at the end of the day. Please do keep a lookout for that email. If not, please, you can also reach out to any one of us and we're more than happy to send it over to you. So if you have no more questions for us, I wish you a great day ahead and also a great weekend since we're so close to the weekend. For those who have questions, we will still be here for the next 1 or 2 minutes and you can just pop in your questions if any. Thank you so much, everyone. Any parting words, Trish and Faizan and Hannah?
Well, just to say thank you so much for your time, and we look forward to welcoming you to Aberdeen.
Faizan, any parting words?
Thank you. I would say thank you so much, and don't be worried because it's going to be a great experience, and the staff here is really supportive, so you don't need to worry about things.
Anna?
But yeah, my final words are in terms of the application process, I would really start moving towards confirmation about submitting those documents for the CAS. We really want to help you make sure the visa process is smooth, and that does require early action. So work with your agents and work with our admissions team to make sure you're CAS ready as soon as possible.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tony, for the awesome thanks as well. Much appreciated. All right. So great. We're just going to stay a little while if you have any future questions. And for those who do not have, you are more than welcome. I'll return you back 20 minutes of your time, I think, plus minus back. So have a great one. Thank you. Well, it looks like we don't have any more questions to go. So I think we can just call it a day and wrap it up. Thank you so much, Trish. Thank you so much, Faizan. Thank you so much, Hannah. It's been a great, lovely sharing session. So if there's any questions that come our way that we need your help, we will definitely send it over to you guys. All right. Thank you so much. I will just stop recording from my end.